Today we're going to talk about a research article from Morningstar that talks about a measurement called gamma, which actually puts numbers to the value of how money can go further when you're doing financial planning properly in just 5 aspects. Now there's a lot more aspects than that, but they study just 5 and how your money can go 22.6% further. David Blanchett studied 5 areas that impact how far your money goes and how much income it creates while you're doing financial planning. They're liability relative investing. Now don't get too excited. What that means is we're matching up your investments with what they're going to be spent on in retirement and how much you're going to need to spend to get there in retirement. The second one is dynamic withdrawal strategy. That means that what happens in retirement is the market is going to do this, and when we have the opportunity to choose when we withdraw that money and where we withdraw that money from, which investments are up are the best ones to take it from, not the ones that may happen to be down in value temporarily. That's the dynamic withdrawal strategy. We also look at which account we're able to withdraw from, and that plays into some of your tax strategy and efficiency of how your money behaves as you withdraw it and spend it in your retirement years. The third factor David looked at was annuity allocation. Now that can be actual annuity or simply looking at pension and Social Security and how you claim them in retirement. The fourth factor David looked at was total wealth asset allocation. Now that looks at the big picture, and it goes back to another video we talked about before of having enough in bonds and cash that are going to meet your needs for the next, say, 7 years or so, not for the rest of your retirement, not for everything, so we can give your total wealth a chance to expand and take on market risk and be rewarded for that. The fifth factor, asset location and withdrawal sourcing, has to do with, let's say, if our money is going to grow further and longer in our Roth IRA compared to our 401k or traditional IRA, it makes sense to have more equities in the Roth IRA than we do in the traditional IRA. That's because our time horizon for that account is much further than our IRA if that's our strategy to withdraw that first. It also looks at how do we blend withdrawal from different accounts. Now, sometimes it makes sense to draw some money from Roth IRA and some money from traditional IRA to come up with a total of, to come up with an actual amount of dollars that we're able to live on compared to on our taxes what shows up and how we pay our taxes. You might be surprised to hear that the net effect of what David found is that it can have a 22.6% increase on average for your income and how much money you can live on in retirement by implementing those 5 strategies. And there's more strategies we can use than just that. That's on the number side and utility of a financial planner. Now, on a practical level, what's really great about having a financial planner to work with is the tools, the perspective, helping you to gain perspective that would be difficult otherwise to gain all by yourself. Because you can go read a lot of books, you can certainly go to training and invest a lot of your time, and frankly, time being the most valuable thing you have, it can cost you quite a bit to figure out the things that a financial planner is trained in, does on a daily basis, and wants to really help you get the most out of your life. The article I've been referencing is titled Alpha, Beta, and now Gamma, and was published in the Financial Planning Journal. It was sponsored by Morningstar, and I've included a link in the description below. I'm Michael Proctor with Leading Edge Financial Planning. We're here to help you get the most out of what you have while you're here. So give us a ring, 316-768-7526, so we can help you do just that.